By now, you've probably heard the big news. The San Francisco 49ers have officially locked down Fred Warner, widely regarded as the best linebacker in the world, with a contract extension that stretches all the way through 2029. This is a massive move for the franchise and something that carries a ton of weight for both the team and its passionate fan base. Fred Warner, a player who doesn't shy away from calling himself the best in the world, has now solidified that status with a 3-year contract worth $63 million, including over $56 million guaranteed. This makes him the highest paid linebacker in the entire National Football League, which is no small feat considering the talent pool at that position. Remarkably, this isn't even the first time Warner has earned the distinction of being the top paid linebacker. Over his 7-year career so far, he has reached that pinnacle twice. A testament to both his elite level of play and his importance to the 49ers organization. His previous deal was set to run through 2026, but now the team has secured his presence on the roster for several more seasons, giving them stability at one of the most critical positions on defense. This extension comes at a crucial moment, especially given the questions and concerns the team has had about its linebacker core over the past couple of years. For a long time, the spotlight was on the so-called LB2 spot, the position that Dre Greenlaw had been filling. There was a lot of talk throughout last season about how well Greenlaw was performing whenever he was on the field, but then injury struck again, and that spot became a source of uncertainty. The 49ers have been trying to address this need for depth and quality at linebacker through the draft over the past few seasons, selecting players like Jalen Graham, among others, in hopes of solidifying that role. Now with Warner locked in through 2029, the team can take a big sigh of relief and shift its focus to building around him and the rest of the defensive unit. The extension also helps alleviate the salary cap pressures the team was facing in the coming years. Warner's previous contract carried significant cap hits that the team needed to manage carefully, and this deal accomplishes exactly that by smoothing out those financial obligations while keeping their star linebacker in place. This move is a clear indication that the 49ers are fully embracing a new era when it comes to handling contracts and managing their roster. Just recently, the team secured George Kittle with a 4-year deal worth $76 million and locked, and Brock Purdy with a 5-year contract totaling $265 million. By getting these extensions done early, the organization is sending a strong message that is focused on stability and avoiding the kind of contract drama that has plagued teams in the past. This proactive approach ensures that players feel valued and confident heading into training camp and the regular season without the distractions of ongoing negotiations hanging over their heads. The fact that the 49ers have already wrapped up these key deals by May is telling. They have clearly learned from previous season's hiccups and are making sure their core players are protected well ahead of time. This creates a much healthier environment in the locker room and helps foster a winning culture. Speaking of environment, the team's vibe last season was far from ideal. Throughout the year, reports surfaced about wrong vibes and a sense that something was off within the organization. Those feelings translated into inconsistent performances on the field and a string of tough losses that left fans frustrated. The combination of an extremely challenging schedule, a short rest period between games, and an unusually high number of injuries all contributed to a difficult season. Not to mention the historically poor special teams play, which cost the team in several crucial moments. But now, with these roster moves and coaching adjustments, the 49ers appear to be turning the corner. Changes like bringing back Robert Saleh and Brent Boyer, along with the addition of new rookies and a few solid veterans, aim to address the gaps and create a more balanced, focused squad. The hope is that this revamped team will be more cohesive and ready to take on the challenges of the upcoming season with a better mindset and renewed energy. An essential part of this offseason strategy has been the focus on locking in the core pillars of the team for the long term. Beyond Warner, Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Nick Bosa, and DeMeco Ryans are all secured with contracts, providing a solid foundation to build around. This core group forms the backbone of the 49ers, and having them locked in means the team can plan its future without constantly worrying about key players potentially leaving or contract negotiations causing distractions. Stability like this is priceless in a league as competitive and physically demanding as the NFL. It allows coaches to develop strategies around these star athletes and fosters a sense of commitment that often translates into better performances. On game day, of course, the NFL always has its surprises. Injuries, unexpected trades, and breakout performances can change a team's outlook in an instant, but having these core pieces in place definitely sets a positive tone, even though the team has seen some departures this offseason and hasn't made any blockbuster moves in free agency. The overall approach has been smart and measured. The 49ers avoided taking unnecessary risks on big-name free agents that may not fit their long-term vision or salary structure. Instead, they focused on maintaining the nucleus of the team and supplementing it with young talent and dependable role players. This strategy helps keep the salary cap manageable while still addressing key needs. It's a classic example of building sustainably rather than chasing short-term fixes that could backfire. While fans might always wish for a few flashy signings, the reality is that consistency and smart management are often the keys to success in the NFL. The 49ers front office seems to understand this well, choosing to protect their assets and strengthen their foundation rather than gamble on uncertain free agent deals. As the team approaches the start of official training activities, the atmosphere feels much more positive and confident. With less than 10 days until organized team activities begin, players can now focus entirely on preparing for the season without the cloud of contract uncertainties looming over them. The sense of locked down or locked in is palpable, not just for Warner, but for the entire group of leaders and key contributors. This is the kind of stability that breeds success, and the 49ers are clearly setting themselves up for a much better run in the upcoming season. For fans, it's exciting to see these moves come together, signaling that the organization is serious about competing at the highest level again and giving their best players the respect and security they deserve. The Fred Warner extension in particular represents far more than just a financial transaction. It's a strategic decision that shows the 49ers' commitment to building a championship caliber team centered around its elite talent. Warner is not only a phenomenal player on the field, known for his speed, intelligence, and leadership, but he also embodies the culture and identity the team wants to project. By keeping him locked in for the long haul, the 49ers are sending a clear message. They believe in their core, they trust their leaders, and they are ready to push forward with confidence. This kind of continuity is exactly what successful teams need, especially in a league as demanding as the NFL. With Warner and other key players under contract, the 49ers can focus on sharpening their game, developing their younger players, and aiming high for the seasons ahead. In summary, this extension is a huge win for the 49ers on multiple levels. It provides financial flexibility, ensures leadership stability, and boosts team morale. The offseason moves, including Warner's contract, suggest that the organization has learned valuable lessons from previous years and is determined to avoid the pitfalls that once held them back. The combination of a talented roster, a committed coaching staff, and a positive team atmosphere sets the stage for a strong comeback. Now it's just a matter of turning that promise into results on the field as the season gets underway. Building on the excitement surrounding Fred Warner's contract extension, there's a deeper significance to this move that goes beyond just the numbers on the contract or the immediate impact on the salary cap. It represents a broader shift in how the 49ers are approaching team management, player relations, and long-term planning. In recent years, the organization faced challenges with contract holdouts, late negotiations, and the kind of off-field distractions that can derail even the most talented squads. This year, however, the tone is entirely different. The early lock-ins of key players like Warner, Brock Purdy, George Kittle, and others reflect a more proactive and thoughtful approach. The front office is clearly intent on creating an environment where players feel valued and secure, which naturally translates into better focus and performance on the field. One of the most encouraging aspects of this new era is how the 49ers are reducing the drama that once seemed to follow them every offseason. Fans who have followed the team over the past few years know all too well the stress of waiting until the last minute to get major contracts done, or the rumors and speculation that dominate the news cycle and distract from preparation for the season. This year, the organization took decisive action early, showing they've learned from past mistakes. By finalizing these deals months before training camp, the 49ers have avoided the tension and uncertainty that can negatively impact team chemistry. It's a smart move that not only helps the players, but also gives the coaching staff and management a clearer picture of their roster as they plan for the future. The improved vibe around the team is also a crucial factor in the 49ers' optimism for the upcoming season. Last year, there were numerous reports about wrong vibes or a general sense of unrest within the locker room. These feelings likely contributed to inconsistent play and a disappointing finish to the season. Now, with the contract issues settled and the coaching staff stabilized, the mood seems much healthier. Changes in personnel, both on and off the field, have helped shift the culture. Bringing back key coaches like Robert Saleh and hiring new assistants like Brent Boyer have added experience and fresh energy to the staff, which can only help with player development and game preparation. Additionally, the infusion of new rookies and a couple of veteran signings signal that the 49ers are committed to not only maintaining their core, but also adding depth and competition to the roster. Special teams, an area that struggled significantly last season, also appear to be getting the attention they deserve. The 49ers had some of the worst special teams performance in recent memory, and that contributed to several costly losses. This offseason, the front office made sure to address this by bringing in solid special teams coaches and acquiring reliable players to help stabilize this phase of the game. While it's unlikely they will become the flashiest special teams unit overnight, the goal seems to be straightforward. Do the basics right. Clean punts, proper blocking, securing the ball on returns, and consistent field goal kicking can have a huge impact on close games. The hope is that a more disciplined and focused special teams unit will provide the team with better field position and fewer mistakes, ultimately contributing to more wins. Another key element to appreciate about Warner's extension is how it fits into the bigger picture of the 49ers core pillars. Alongside Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Nick Bosa, and DeMeco Ryans, Warner is part of a foundational group the team plans to build around for years to come. This core is crucial because it anchors the team's identity on both sides of the ball and provides a steady leadership presence. These players not only perform at an elite level, but also set standards for professionalism, work ethic, and resilience. Having this group locked in long term sends a strong signal to the rest of the roster and to potential free agents. The 49ers are a stable, serious contender committed to sustained success. This kind of continuity is rare in the NFL and often separates championship caliber teams from those constantly rebuilding. Despite some departures during the offseason, the 49ers' overall approach has been balanced and intelligent. They avoided splurging on big-name free agents who might not fit into the team's long-term vision or salary structure. Instead, the front office focused on retaining their top talent and supplementing the roster with promising young players and dependable veterans. This method helps maintain salary cap flexibility and keeps the team from overcommitting to risky contracts. While some fans might wish for splashier moves or more headline-grabbing signings, the reality is that stability and smart roster management are what often lead to sustained success in the NFL. The 49ers leadership clearly recognizes this and appears committed to a sustainable, methodical rebuild that prioritizes long-term health over short-term gimmicks. Looking ahead, the excitement about the season is palpable, especially with organized team activities, OTAs, and training camp on the horizon. With all the contract drama behind them, players can now fully focus on football, learning the playbook, building chemistry, and getting physically ready for the grind of the season. The confidence that comes from knowing your future with the team is secure, cannot be overstated. It allows players to focus on improving their game and building relationships with teammates rather than worrying about their financial or job security. For the fans, this is an exciting time, filled with anticipation and optimism. The pieces are in place for a successful run, and it feels like the 49ers are finally turning the corner after a couple of challenging seasons. Ultimately, the Fred Warner extension isn't just about keeping a star linebacker on the roster. It's a reflection of the 49ers' looks at 49ers' broader commitment to building a championship caliber team that can compete year after year. Warner embodies everything the organization wants in a leader: talent, work ethic, intelligence, and heart. By securing him for the long term, the 49ers are investing in their future, setting a tone of stability, and signaling to the entire league that they intend to be a force to be reckoned with for years to come. The next steps will be on the field, where the team's preparation and cohesion will be put to the test. But with Warner and the rest of the core locked in, the foundation looks solid and promising. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Air Force Game 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a shocking turn of events, the San Francisco 49ers have confirmed that star running back Christian McCaffrey has been suspended for violating the NFL's substance abuse policy. The announcement, which came earlier this morning, has sent ripples across the league and left fans stunned. McCaffrey, widely regarded as one of the most dynamic offensive weapons in the game, tested positive for a banned substance, prompting the league to issue an immediate suspension. The exact duration of the suspension has not yet been disclosed, but early reports suggest it could last several games, dealing a massive blow to the 49ers' Super Bowl ambitions. This development comes at a critical time for San Francisco. Our team, which entered the season as a top contender in the NFC, had been relying heavily on McCaffrey's explosive playmaking ability. With his absence, head coach Kyle Shanahan will be forced to recalibrate his offensive strategy, likely placing more pressure on quarterback Brock Purdy and backup running backs Elijah Mitchell and Jordan Mason. Team insiders expressed shock and disappointment at the news, emphasizing the emotional and tactical impact of losing such a pivotal player. McCaffrey, who joined the 49ers via trade from the Carolina Panthers, had revitalized his career in San Francisco and quickly became a fan favorite. Last season, he posted over 800 all-purpose yards and was instrumental in the team's deep playoff run. His suspension not only weakens the 49ers on the field, but also raises questions about the integrity of a player previously seen as a consummate professional. While McCaffrey has yet to release a public statement, sources close to the situation suggest he may appeal the suspension, though success in such cases is historically rare. The 49ers now face a period of uncertainty, with fans and analysts alike questioning how the team will respond to this unexpected challenge. As the franchise navigates this crisis, one thing is certain: the road to the Super Bowl just became significantly steeper for San Francisco. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.